Home inventory is creeping up in Del Sur and Forest Ranch. Let's talk about it over the next few minutes, and I will show you what I see going on. Today is July 30th, 2024, and this is a Forest Ranch and Del Sur real estate market update. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button. Give us a subscribe. That'll help us to continue to bring you great real estate information. Share the content and let us know in the comments where you're watching from and where you'd like to see neighborhood real estate update go next. With that, let's get right into Forest Ranch and Del Sur. We are combining those two this time because frankly, there's not enough activity in either to really make a very robust update. So we're combining these two areas for the purposes of this update. If you want to see them separated or get finer detail, let us know. We'll be happy to send you a private report, public video, whatever you want to see. So looking at Forest Ranch and Del Sur, we have two listings that are coming soon, not yet available to see. We have 24 active listings and 19 pending, and that's why I say inventory is creeping up. It's not doing yet what we're seeing in lots of other San Diego zip codes, which is really ballooning up over the pendings. We do see that the 19 pending right now is very, very close to the 17 sold in the last 30 days, which indicates that the demand in this area is somewhere between 17 and 20 properties per month. And right now with 20 active, that would tend to indicate that about 4 sellers out there might not be going under contract within the first 30 days of their listing period. So price it well if you want to sell. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, give us a call or send us a message. We'd be happy to talk more with you about how to properly price your home to get top dollar for the current market conditions. Okay, great. So let's flip over to the InfoSparks graphic here and see what's going on. Now I do have Forest Ranch and Del Sur on separate lines here. So I generally don't like to put more than 2 things in this graph, but I thought it was interesting to illustrate that Forest Ranch and Del Sur, as far as median price goes, you can see that, you know, a lot of the times they're kind of neck and neck. Right now, Del Sur is way up there. Again, not a lot of data points. So we had, you know, 1 or 2 over the top sales of larger, more expensive properties that have pushed the median up for June. But here in May, it was, you know, Forest Ranch was in the lead. So Forest Ranch and Del Sur kind of trading back and forth as far as who's in the lead with median price. In general, going back to January of 21, Forest Ranch was at 1.267, Del Sur at 840. Again, not a lot of data points, so it's going to jump around. They largely followed each other through 2021, and here we are in April of 22, when Del Sur was 1.8 and Forest Ranch was still at 1.2. San Diego County then was at 855. Now, fast forwarding here to May of last year, Del Sur was at 2.64 and Forest Ranch at 1930. And then you can see they kind of go up and down, trading back and forth and arriving where we are right now, which is Del Sur's median at 2.885 and Forest Ranch at 2.191. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with those over time. Now, percent of original list price to close price, you know, Forest Ranch and Del Sur almost mirroring each other in this regard. Going back to January of 21, when Forest Ranch, Del Sur, and San Diego County were all right around 100%. Forest Ranch at a 103, you know, 0.8. And then the market goes bananas into the spring of 2022. And we have Del Sur at 110.3, Forest Ranch at 112.8. Just incredibly strong sellers markets at that time. And, you know, this is the same old story with every time I show you this graph, but look what happens as you head into the late summer, fall of 2022. Everything is just on sale. 4S Ranch at 89.3, Del Sur at 94.6. And interestingly enough, 4S Ranch continues, well, it goes up and then down. Again, the data points thing. But in general, the late summer, fall of 2022 was just a great time to buy, not really with regard to interest rates at all, but as far as being able to really negotiate a price. And then things come back to a high point here. But again, like I say, pretty much every time I show this graph for almost any zip code, you go back here to the spring of 2022, it's popping, it's exuberant. And then you get over here to this spring, it's good, it's even great, but it's not like popping. It's not 112, it's not 113%, it's 104, it's 105%. And now San Diego County, 4S Ranch, and Del Sur all under 100%, just barely under, but under. And that is indicative of a shift, my friends. Looking at market time, you know, always about the same, up and down a little bit. Currently, San Diego County, 23 days, Del Sur, 28 days, 4S Ranch, 14 days. So still really reasonable market times. However, all of these other numbers definitely indicate that things have cooled off significantly as far as the hyper-exuberant seller's market goes. I'm not saying prices are plummeting or anything's really changing that drastically right now. However, in the short term, I do see buyers having just a tiny bit of upper hand on sellers. Anyway, the good ones, the well-priced ones, are still going to get multiple offers. So buyers, you have to be ready to get competitive, but you also have to remember that in some cases, especially with a property that's got a longer market time, you could be in the driver's seat. All right, so that's what's happening in 4S Ranch and Del Sur. Again, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll be back later this week with San Diego Market Watch and other great information for you. Until then, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.